How can we say that there is a God? I mean, there must be a way to test this evidence with all the technology that we have today, and yet there are still people out there who are committing crimes and genocide and rape and murder because they believe in a religion. What is the point? Why don't they just get on with their lives and stop worrying about nonsense? Atheism is a superior rational belief system because you have personal responsibility and you're supposed to not treat human beings as though they were just pieces of crap to be moved around instead of being used for people's power games, right? Such scumbags like the Taliban out there are burning schools down because they believe that girls shouldn't be able to go to school. People who believe in voodoo are killing little boys and girls because they're accusing them of witchcraft, burning them alive with tires. What kind of sick world are we living in, right? Frankly, I've had enough of it, right? I'm a Jeffersonian. I believe in rationalism and the human spirit, alright? The human journey will continue no matter what you people out there try and do, right? To dehumanise us, to destroy our way of life in the West, right? We will continue. There will be a secular society, and I will never, never get tired of fighting against you people, alright? This is what I've decided. That's my life now. Basically, I've had enough. I've had enough of Christian end timers. I've had enough of extreme Zionist religious people who think that they can bring about the end times by demolishing the Al-Aqsa Mosque or whatever it is. Alright? Believe in evolution, for Christ's sake. It's an empirically proven law. Not a theory, it's a law. Alright? We're not talking about something that is like your way of thinking, that if it's written in a book I shall believe it. There's lots of things that are written in books which I don't believe. Take for instance Karl Marx or Mein Kampf. Don't believe that. Why? Because it's amoral crap. Alright? Karl Marx took the ideas of Hegel, turned them on their head, and so that he could basically enslave people. Alright? Adolf Hitler, exactly the same. Alright? If you check my site out, you'll see that I have plenty of atheist friends, and that is all I really need to say, right? Prove to me there is a God. Get a scientific method and prove to me that there is a God, and also then justify your behaviour, because I've seen the arguments for female and male circumcision, and I personally think it's sickening and barbaric. Alright? Why would you do that to your own kith and kin? Do you not love your families? Our whole situation in this world is being destroyed because of stupid beliefs. A belief in some divine Messiah that's going to come along and take away all our sins. Well, it's up to us to take away our sins. We're the ones who are responsible for them. If there is such a thing as sin, which I believe there is good and evil. Alright? There is good and evil. And a lot of the evil is coming from religious nutcases out there who think that they must do good or that they must do evil, basically. You're basically beyond any reasoning if you're out there doing crimes like that. Now, there are lots of religious people who do good. I'm not denying that at all. But this talk is about atheism versus religion, and I think atheism is the superior belief system, as I've already said. How can I justify that? Well, atheist secular societies don't seem to be going around doing mass murder. They don't believe in witchcraft. They don't believe in spirits possessing the body so that people can harm each other. Alright? There's many things wrong with secular societies. For instance, I think personally, I believe in the right of the unborn child to exist. Alright? They've got a right. Every one of us got that right because our mothers and fathers said that. But then again, you've got personal choice. Those people who've chosen not to have their pregnancies taken to full term obviously won't pass on their genes to the next generation. That's just a fact of life. That's Darwinian natural selection. And so I'm almost in two minds on this issue. The main dictatorships of the world were either religions or secular religions, i.e. that of Mao Zedong, Stalin, were secular religions. They took the idea of the great leader and used that to be their religion, because I think there is an innate human need for religion, but that must be in some part filled by a common social contract with each other, that we are all human beings and we will not do horrible things to each other, not because there is a God that's going to punish us. How moral is that? No, we're not going to do things to each other, horrible things, because we are moral people and we have conscience. Alright? If you believe in natural rights that have life, liberty and happiness, then you shouldn't be thinking that you can go and do whatever you like to people. Alright? And frankly, I've had enough of people who are apologists for terrorism. The West has done some sickening things in the past, and so have all the other groups. Every group has persecuted every other group. So terrorism is a tactic, and people like Al Qaeda are obviously the ones who are using it now. But the West is fighting for something that is far more superior. That is of secular, limited democratic constitutions. Constitutions which guarantee natural rights and economic rights as well. That is why the US and the EU and England are probably, because of that, the rule of law, because we have representative democracies, is why we were able to develop the technologies, not the other way around, to develop those technologies that gave us the edge, that made us the first world rather than the third world. And if the third world would just change its mindset, would go with us, then you will have some form of much more benevolent globalization. Rather than warfare to make globalization, you would have free trade, and that would therefore allow them to participate in the technological revolution, the communications revolution, the social revolution, and the philosophical revolution that is coming in this century. Technology is advancing so fast, and we are learning so much about the universe that although that we can't, the more we know, it shows us the less that we know, the further we have to go. But that is the journey of discovery, rather than saying there is a God, so therefore all time and all history ends. The Taliban are like the Islamic Francis Fukuyama. They want to stop history. History cannot be stopped. We must learn from history, and we must be rational and think about it. I say we must be rational, not because I'm telling you to be rational, but because it's part of survival. And I'd like you to leave as many comments as you can down there and get a discussion going. Thank you.